DTV neither supports nor rejects the views expressed in this program.
Brave people.
Meeting people.
South Africa winning by 62 votes.
Life.
Travel.
To celebrate all women in South Africa, Miss South Africa 2015 and DTV visits senior girls at a high school.
Good morning, girls. How are you today? I was crowned Miss South Africa on the 29th of March, and that's the day my life changed forever. But for me, I had already won the pageant long before. I had won it in my heart, and that's important. Now that's what I want you to do with yourself. You need to be the person you want to be without waiting for anyone to tell you that you are that person. I think as youngsters, we grow up and we want validation from everyone else. You want your mom to say, well done. You want your teacher to say, you are smart. Say it to yourself. You don't always have to wait for someone else to say it to you. So if mom forgets to say, jy's pragtig, en jy lyk oulik vandag, it's fine. Say it to yourself. There's nothing wrong with encouraging yourself. When I wake up in the morning and I feel down, I encourage myself. I say, you've won Miss South Africa. You've done so much for your community. You're a strong woman. You're a beautiful woman. Because I love by myself, there's definitely no one that's going to say that to me every day. So in the end, I didn't have to wait around for the judges to tell me I was Miss South Africa. I was Miss South Africa in my heart already. Whether I had won or not won, I was already the ambassador for my community, for young girls such as yourself. And I would still have been doing exactly what I'm doing here today.
I am allowed into the warm family home of lovely Miss South Africa in El Dorado Park. I'm so excited to meet her. Please describe to us how you felt when you won the title of Miss South Africa.
The moment I was crowned Miss South Africa is a very difficult thing to describe. It's almost an out-of-body experience. To this day, I don't know how to explain it to someone else, but if I can think of the emotions that I felt, I was excited, I was relieved for the competition to have been done, and I was happy and obviously very honored and blessed that I had won.
When did you start dreaming of becoming Miss South Africa?
I started dreaming about being Miss South Africa when I was 13. So it's about 10 years ago. And I think when you're young, you see the glitz and glamour about the pageant and about being Miss South Africa. And as I grew older, I then understood what the roles and responsibilities are of a Miss South Africa. And I think that I encompass and I know how to pull it off. I've always known that I was born to stand out. And I've always worked hard, knowing that I'm one to one day reach my goals. And just a few years ago, I was sitting in school just like you. And I remember telling myself that hard work and dedication would pay off in the end. So I grew up in El Dorado Park. Now I know we didn't have much growing up. We didn't have fancy food and the beautiful car and all those kinds of things, but we had love and we had family. And if anything in life, that is the most important things. If you have someone who loves you and cares for you, and if you have a family that wants to be around you and that wants to spend time with you, then you have more than enough. Even if you're eating bread and jam every day, even if it's a struggle for you. But then everything in life is fine. I didn't have a mom and a dad like most people. I had a gran. So if you only have a gran or an aunt or a sister, then accept it and be grateful that you do have someone in your life that cares for you. And your blessings will grow based on how thankful you are for what you already have. I knew my blessings when I was growing up, and I know them now. And my secret is very, very easy. I thank God for my blessings.
Do I look pretty enough?
Naughty. How was Liesl as a child?
Liesl was a very pleasant child. Happy, very active, lovely to be with. She liked modeling since she was very small. She liked to stand and pose before the cameras, and she simply loved being with people.
What is the naughtiest thing she did as a child?
She used to invite people to a birthday party without me knowing about the birthday party. And what actually happened was I would see cars draw up, people come with gifts and everything, and it would be her birthday, but then I didn't prepare a party. And I had to jump around, scramble, get stuff going and start a party. And she did that for about 2 or 3 years in a row. And then eventually I had to say, Liesl, wow, girl, let's wait till you're 16, then we'll have another birthday party, okay?
Yes, difficult things happen, unfortunate things happen too. But like I said, dust yourself off, put on that lip gloss, magai bola, and move on.
What are you bringing to the role this year?
I believe that what I'm bringing this year is the sense of the girl next door, the girl from the small community in the small town. And I think that gives a strong sense of encouragement to girls from smaller communities. Just having them think that it didn't matter where she came from, it was important to her to reach her dreams. And I think that makes them excited about knowing that whether you're from Soweto or Tukumsrus or any other small part of South Africa, that you are still able to reach your dreams no matter how big they may seem.
Tell us why you're passionate about empowering girls.
Growing up as a young girl, I knew that there was something that I needed to do. And my gran was the sense of empowerment in my life. And I believe that some girls don't have that around them. They don't have someone that will tell them that they're strong enough and that they can reach their dreams. So I believe that I need to be that person for many girls out in South Africa. You have to realize that your blessings and your angels are sent to you in many different forms. Many, many different forms. So it could be your best friend, your cousin, your mom, your dad, your aunt. It could be your neighbor. Don't be afraid to create bonds with people around you only because they're not necessarily family. Those people are sometimes sent into your life to help you and to build you and to guide you. So be cognizant, be aware of the things that are going on around you, because those are the things that grow you into the person that you need to be.
What is her most outstanding quality?
Liesl is a very conscientious person, very hardworking, loyal, and when she sets her mind to doing something, she goes for it with all her might and she makes a good success of it. And what I like about her is that nobody will ever get her to go off track, because if she makes up her mind, she stays with what she wants to do.
Tell us about your involvement in the organization called Babies Behind Bars.
I graduated last year from the University of Johannesburg in April with a degree in accounting. But as many youngsters, we finish varsity and you almost feel like you're not ready to go into the work environment. And that's what I want to encourage you young ladies here today. That if you feel like you're not ready to move on to the next step like everyone else, like I said, don't do things because other people are doing it. Just because all my friends had started their careers didn't mean that I had to. And I went on the internet with my phone, you don't need anything fancy, and I researched volunteer programs. That's when I came across the organization Babies Behind Bars and decided to become a volunteer. The program takes care of babies that are born in prison. So if a mother were to be sentenced while she's pregnant, a baby stays in the prison for 2 years. And when the baby is in the prison, we take care of that child with all the basic needs and also visiting them and spending time with them. And being a part of that organization, first of all, took me to the height of getting the excitement to open my own organization, to start the Pearl Project. And also it took me a lot to realize that it didn't matter what your circumstances were, that you needed to be grateful for what you do have, because there are so many people out there that have much less than you do. Everything you go through is a journey. So what I'd love for you today to remember, if you don't take anything away from today, take this. In my room, I have a vision board. It's this size. Yours can be bigger if you like. The vision board has pictures on of everything I want for myself. And when I say everything, if you want beautiful shoes one day, you put beautiful shoes on that vision board. If you want an amazing job, you want to be an accountant, you want to be a doctor, put a picture of a doctor on there. You know, all those kinds of things you want for yourself, whether it may seem trivial or small, put it on there. I think that we go through so many things in our lives, as I have went through myself, that sometimes you forget what you want for yourself. But let me tell you, if you see it every single day, you dream it every single day. I would look at it while I'm doing my hair, I'll read it and think, I think I want to change my mind. I don't want to go to Cape Town anymore. I'm thinking bigger, I want to go to Paris. What I also have on there is the peace sign, because I want peace. I want to be happy and I want to be peaceful. That is what I want for myself. Never just wish for the material things on that vision board. Wish for the things you want for yourself as well. So you need to see that vision board and you need to understand that that is what you need for yourself. I want each and every person here today to promise me that they'll do that vision board. Believe me, it sounds silly, it sounds trivial, but it will change your life.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The winner of Miss South Africa 2015 is Lizzo! A big congratulations. That's Lizzo from Eldorado Park in Johannesburg. She is 24 years old.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We are Romy High School, and we dream, believe, and achieve.
I'm so excited. We're in the Free State to meet a student who has a passion for teaching sign language. Join me. Hi. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to DTV. Thank you. You went to a mainstream school as a deaf person. When and why did you become interested in sign language? I was born hearing and became hard of hearing. I'm studying sign language because I'm becoming deaf. What are you currently studying? I'm a third-year social work and third-year sign language student. Initially, I couldn't study sign language with my social work degree. I had to fight to study sign language. You're studying sign language. How will this benefit you in the future? It will help me to work in both the hearing and deaf worlds, building a bridge between the deaf and the hearing. Hi! How are you? I'm fine. Welcome to DTV. Thank you and welcome. Why did you choose Elri to become one of your sign language tutors? I chose Elri as a tutor because she is hard of hearing and relies on hearing aids. I wanted the hearing students to see even if you are hard of hearing or deaf, you can also be a tutor. Previously, we had only hearing students as tutors. Having a hearing tutor teaching sign language is wrong. What qualities does she bring to your department? The qualities Elri brings to the department are showing support and promoting sign language, because she is hard of hearing, showing the hearing students she can do it too. Here in the Free State, between the white and black students, there are students that are hard of hearing, deafened, and students with cochlear implants. By having Elri as a tutor, we are showing that sign language is equal to any other spoken language. This is encouraging. Elri is the chairperson of Signals. Tell us about it. The university has various groups in the SRC. The language unit has one and the psychology unit has one, but there are none for sign language. Now Elri is the chairperson. I am pleased because she is the first deaf hard of hearing student that is the chairperson of Signals. She is responsible for organizing the students who cannot just obtain their knowledge in class, especially when it comes to learning sign language and about deaf culture. They have to go and visit a deaf school or community. This is where they can practice what they've learnt in their lectures. This must be done yearly. When are you teaching a class? At 1 o'clock. I'll be teaching sign language. I'm helping the first year students with family stories. How are the facial expressions? The facial expressions are so-so. Why did the university start a degree course for sign language? Previously, sign language was taught at the university. This department was established in 2010 because there was a huge demand for students wanting to learn sign language. Sign language is treated the same as any other language at the university, be it Afrikaans, English or French. Do you think Elri made the right choice combining sign language with her social work degree? Deaf people have many problems. It could be family problems, problems with a deaf child or other issues. A hearing social worker would intervene, but they have to communicate through an interpreter. Trust between them is important. Ellery will show that it's better to communicate with a deaf social worker. It's the perfect choice. Other social workers must learn sign language. Why should current and future students consider studying sign language? Sign language is very important, no matter where you work in a bank, a school, or other workplaces. How will you communicate if you meet a deaf person? You will not be able to help the deaf person. A student should learn sign language. They will be able to communicate directly with the deaf person without using an interpreter. That would be the ideal in helping a deaf person, as it is with the hearing people. Truly helping a deaf person. How has the awareness of sign language changed at the University of the Free State? Yes, the awareness has changed for the better. How did you contribute to the change? We celebrate Deaf Awareness Month by inviting Bartimea School. We will be doing this activity soon. It is inspiring to see more hearing, hard of hearing, and deaf students actively promoting sign language and deaf awareness. We applaud you.